Like I think at some point it just docks, and that's it. Like where it would be regardless. Whoa, okay, that banked like a lot. Hey there everyone, this is MartyMan64 here, welcoming you back to another episode of Let's Play Human Fall Flat on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's been a little break that I took in between the last episode and this, but we are going to go straight into it. This is water level. Now, I've played bits of this level in preparation for this, but other than that, I have not played this game. So this should be interesting and fun. So we are going to go. We're not going to get the sailing boat, but you have various boats basically at the start of the level, and let's get the right. Okay, and then put them under. Oh no, okay, that way, and then there we are. Okay, so we're slowly but surely going to make our way across towards this speedboat, which I'm going to say now, I've watched quite a few videos to try and figure this speedboat out, and before we get there, I'd like to tell you that I've not managed to find anything, because everyone struggles with the speedboat bit. So we're going to go into it and see where it takes us, literally. No, we're wanting to turn around, so we're wanting to face this way, and nope, we're wanting to do that. I know that we should really go backwards, shouldn't we? Because weirdly, you'd normally face the back of the boat and then do this, but anyway, this is the way that we jumped into the boat, so this is the way that we're going to go. Yeah, jumping into water makes you respawn, that's a basic thing, and just watch the start of the level. Like, I kinda glossed over it, but at the start of the level, I normally die, just straight off the bat. And I normally just sink right into the water. Now, it's clear that you're meant to roll this boat down using these two poles. Well, not clear, but like, you know, if you played the game this far, you're surely going to figure that out. But this is another classic case of you know how to do the thing, but that the implementation using the controls available to you aren't necessarily going to help you out. So we know from the experience of playing the game thus far that we're meant to roll the boat down using these two poles in a very physicsy way, but so far I've yet to find a video that clearly shows somebody doing that, and it just ends up being what I'm probably going to end up doing, which is just basically dragging the boat down as much as possible, which is a very heavy boat, so that's a very difficult task to perform. And you can't lift it, like, you can kind of drag it, but it's very slow going, so sorry if this bit alone takes a long time, but I'll try and go through the rest of the level as quickly as possible. My rowing boat might get in the way here. Now why's my hand behind me? Right, okay. So let's do that. It has, like I say, been a while since I played this. And I've played like loads of other games in between, by the way, so I know that for some people that might annoy people, but for others it might not annoy them at all. But sorry if it's kind of annoyed you to see me play loads of other games, and like, I know that my fan base isn't that massive, but if you have thought, oh, why is he not releasing a video and why is he playing all these games in between? It's just I've had quite an interesting few months and I kind of needed some time off. I know that I've taken a lot of time off since I started my YouTube channel, but yeah, I'm not going to go into big details here, but I was right to do that, and I don't regret it. So, yeah. And I have kept going with my gaming because, for one thing, I enjoy it. But for another, like, in previous gaps that I've taken, in previous breaks that I've taken, I've not kept up with gaming, and I've not kind of, like, I've even logged out of my gaming YouTube channel and logged into YouTube channels that have no kind of affiliation or no subscriptions to any gaming channels. And that's how I've done it in the past when I've taken breaks. And I was determined to not do that this time. So I was determined to keep up to date with what's happening in the gaming world and keep playing games. And I've got an up-to-date system in the Switch, like, I'm not getting loads of games that are no longer relevant. Like, the news that I'm seeing is about, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and by the way, this is, like, recorded in 2019, just at the start of 2019, just in case you're watching this in years to come. But, yeah, that a lot of the news has been about Smash Brothers, and has been about Let's Go Pokemon, Pikachu and Eevee, and these are games that I've got, so, like, it's suddenly news about games is relevant to me, whereas before I got the Switch, I'd only had, for years and years, I'd only had, like, last generation consoles, or, like, kind of old news consoles, if not last generation, I got my Wii U very late in the game, and the Wii U was pretty irrelevant for a lot of its life cycle. Sorry, Nintendo, but it's true. Right, I am putting this boat in backwards, and it might come back to bite me later on, but yeah, let's try and, like, turn it as much as possible the way that I'm wanting to go, which is kind of over there under that tunnel. You can see the boat that I'm going for, or is that the boat that you can see? Oh, don't go too far into the water, or else you will surely die. No, you won't die. You will die, but hey, that's one good thing about playing this game, is that you don't have permadeath or anything like it. You just respawn, and you respawn where you were. So, yeah, when you start to hear the kind of bubbles, that's you passing away. So don't let that happen too much, or else you'll just respawn in the respawn point. But there we are, we've got the boat in, and not only is it in, it's in the way that I actually wanted it to be in. So let's jump over here, and we're basically wanting to head under that archway. So as soon as you touch this, it powers on, but for some reason it doesn't turn that way when you're... Okay, so I mean, we don't need to go under the archway. We can go around here and then round this way, roughly. Yeah, so we're going for that cargo ship that you can see over there. So basically, when you touch this, like when you actually touch it using the control scheme, it powers. So there's nothing more to it than the controls that you already are aware of. And we are wanting to basically go over here. But this is glitchy over here. Well, it has been for me in the past. I've landed on this rock over here, and then the ship has disappeared, or something's happened, and when I've respawned, the ship didn't respawn with me. So I don't think I've got a video, but if I do, then it'll come in here, And if I don't, then I won't have a video here. But yeah, so the video just kind of disappeared on the horizon, and I don't really know what happened to it. But yeah, so okay, that's me respawning. Let's hope that I don't. Oh, am I not going to respawn? No, for some reason I'm not going to respawn there. Okay, that's fine. Don't read too much into it, Marky. Man, the music is loud in my ears. I hope it's not too loud. I've not hit the volume controls or done anything with it since the last episode. So yeah, I might turn them down. What do I do? Options, audio. Right, music volume, let's turn that down a little bit. I don't want to turn it down too much, but let's have it there. Because the music can be really cool, like at dramatic moments, like coming on this ship. It can be really cool. This, oh man, I got so stuck with this the first few times I played this. Yeah, believe it or not, I have completed the game more than once. But yeah, is that the wrong way? No, that's the right way. You're controlling this in two different ways. Just imagine there's two different, what do you call them, propellers in the ship, and you're controlling it in two separate propellers. But gradually these propellers are going to slow down, and these sticks are going to return to neutral. So, like, you can push them forward, but obviously when you push them forward, you immediately start to turn, because one is more forward than the other. So you need to kind of keep an eye on where they're at. You don't need to do an expert parking in the dock here, just as long as you... I have a feeling that I'm rubbing up against things like the speedboat. Yeah, so let's turn a little bit that way. And then let's go straight on. Like I say, you don't need to be as exact as I thought you needed to be the first time I played this. But you still, like, you can't mess up. Like, it is a cargo ship. Why am I covered in fog? Okay, I need to turn quite desperately this way. And so, like I say, you've got control of the two different propeller directions, but I am currently going not the way I want to go. And is that how I want to go? Yeah. Okay. So that's how I want to go, and then, like I say, they're both returning to neutral if you don't touch them for too long, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. And right, okay, so it'll kind of forcibly stop. Am I able to turn it just a little bit, or is that it's docked? Like I think at some point it just docks, and that's it. Like where it would be regardless. Whoa, okay, that banked like a lot. Right, is that us? That might be like as much in it as I possibly can be in the dock. Right, okay, so let's return these two back to neutral again. It will return to neutral anyway, but I like to do this manually. And then I think that's us in dock. Right, okay, so there's a few ways to do this bit that I'm about to do. Okay. I've never done that before, so I didn't know whether I was going to go in between the ship and the dock. I could have done, but I didn't. Okay. So the easiest way that I've found to do this is, if we get the rail thing, you can stack, like we've brought some cargo, what do you call them? Cargo containers. We brought some containers with us in the ship, but, well, I don't know why I'm saying but, because we're going to be using one of them. Some people use the ones that are already there and try and do some jumpy magic. But what I do is just get this tan looking coloured one, which is at the front. It's a small one at the front here. And we need to line up this crane. So I think that's too far, but let's lower the crane down. No, lower. Right, okay, that's too far over, but that's okay, because then we move it back again this way a little bit. Okay, and then once we're on... Oh, no, we're actually pushing that container over. Okay, so we don't want to do that. So let's get on the ship, and wow, that's like whacked against the outside there. Right, so we've kind of hooked on this by accident. And so what one is this? Is this the one, the outside? Yeah, okay, so we're grabbing this and we are basically hooking onto this as much as possible. And I'm frightened to like die at this stage, like fall off by accident, because of that glitch that I was mentioning earlier. It's kind of made me a bit paranoid about about this ship's stability in the level, which is quite funny. But yeah, so I'm wanting to hook these two on if I can. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so then I'll move the crane towards us a little bit, so that, because it's too far away just now. I think I think there is a bigger gap between the ship and the dock than there has been in the past with me. But I suppose as long as I can get on the shore, that's the main thing. But I'm not 100% sure that, like, if I died, I don't know what would happen with the ship. Like, I'm not sure. Right, okay, so that seems like too far. Why is it caught up? Why is it doing one side and not the other? Is there a delay in it or something? Right, okay, so as long as it's kind of roughly over it, which it is now, I suppose, that's the main thing. So, jump over onto the ship, just hold my hands up high just in case I fall off. And let's try and get this hooked onto... Now it's completely... Oh no, okay, that's why. I was thinking I was not able to stretch it properly, but it was because I was holding on to one of the sides. So that's going to, yep, turn around on its own, and let's try, okay, see if I get onto this. Well, it's not really a container, is it? Like, those, the blue and yellow ones are containers, but this seems too small to contain anything. Like, I've worked around containers before. I know that they are about the size of those yellow and blue ones. But I don't know what this is meant to contain. Maybe it's like a special container. But anyway, we're using it today for getting onto the dock proper. Onto land proper. And once we get this hooked on, like I say, I pushed it over I pushed the container over from where it was meant to be, and so maybe like dropping this down onto it more would have been better for me, but that doesn't matter. Right, I'll just make sure that that's properly hooked on, because it's not really at the moment, but there we go. Is that it now? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so then what I want to do is carefully extradite myself from the ship, and I want to climb up here, and I want to lift the container up off the ship. So lift, and see if I can look at it without changing what direction I'm pulling this in, because it needs to be touched by me to move. So there it's kind of righting itself, and it's kind of swinging back and forth because it's been kind of out of center. So let's lift it to that height so that it's not going to affect that blue one, because I don't want to affect that blue one, because I am going to be jumping onto that blue one. So like I say, there's a few ways of doing this, and who knows, you might be able to see me attempt another way if I mess this up. But yeah, roughly line it up to the blue and yellow ones that are already on the dock, and just a little more, I think. Oh, is that as far as it goes? No. Okay, so be careful, because it's going to swing back and forth, and if you were too low, then that would wipe out the blue one. So if you were low enough to hit one of those ones that are already there, then it would move that out of place, and oh man, you don't want to do that. Trust me. Right, so let's whack the side of the dock like so, and move it just a little towards me so that it's not quite so damaging. It's not damaging at all, by the way. Right, and then let's lower this down. Yeah, lower it down. So now it's kind of like not swinging back and forth, so it's more safe. Now, is that where I want it? That looks like where I want it. I think you might be able to be working out what I'm wanting to do with this now. But yeah, I basically want to get on top of this blue one, and then get on top of the tan one, and then be careful because it's going to swing with you on it, and then jump on to the dock. There we go. Okay, so that's... oh man, that's mission number 1 solved. So we're going to leave it there, folks. Join us again for another episode of Let's Play Human Fall Flat on the Nintendo Switch. Please like, comment, subscribe for more. Thanks everyone for watching. See you later. Bye bye.